Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover colors in your calendar to make things stand out so that it's very clear what type of activity that is. Hello, my name is Tim Wilmot and my company, Wizard Systems. We are a specialist CRM system supplier who help out primarily small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales productivity, marketing, and customer service through the use of simple and affordable software solutions like GoldMine. This presentation will be about 10 minutes or so in duration, just an overview of calendar customizations. There can be a lot to it. You can really go to town with how your calendar looks, how activities appear to you. And my company, Wizard Systems, we offer lots of extensive help options to make sure you get the most out of that feature and indeed anything else to do with GoldMine. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got a question, please type that into the question box on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also at the end, I will give you an update on GoldMine product news as of late September 2020. And this call is being recorded. After the presentation, you will receive an email with a link to the recording, which you can play back as you want. And it will be up on our YouTube channel as well. Go up to YouTube, do a search for our channel. Our channel name is Wizard Systems, all one word. And there's a GoldMine playlist there, a compilation of well over 100 training videos to help you get more out of the system. Okay, a brief mention about my company. So we are a leading CRM solutions provider, independent supplier, providing solutions like GoldMine and others. We provide the total service around GoldMine, the product, upgrades, integrations, setup, implementation, any kind of training that you want. Right now, during this pandemic COVID situation where a lot of our training is online, but we do have a couple of training rooms. We're all very COVID secure at our Bristol base. So if you want any training, offline, online, give us a call. And ongoing support as well. We've got a permanently manned GoldMine help desk ready to answer your calls. Okay, let's get into GoldMine then and colors in the calendar. So here's a GoldMine calendar. Of course, you can alter what range of dates you're looking at, the user's calendar as well. And the first thing to do, or the first thing you should be aware of, these are the default colors of the overall calendar itself. But you can right click there, or you can go to your options in GoldMine and go down to options here. I've just right clicked over the calendar and then down to calendar options. And you can change that color for you as a user. This is just you, not other users, not other colleagues. But you can change that to another color if you want to. Click OK, and that will instantly change. Probably a little bit too bright for a Wednesday morning. So let me just go back to options, calendar options, and change that back to what it was. There we are. The other thing is that, of course, when you schedule an action or a task in your calendar, you can define a color. A little left-hand border color appears against the activity to allow you to use that color to denote more specifically what type of activity that is. If I just briefly schedule an activity here, very easy to do that in GoldMine. Just click into the start time, drag down to the end time, and type in here whatever this might be about. Notice the color there, dark blue, that's the default color in GoldMine. That's gone in as that color. But there may be situations, as I've said, there may be situations where you want to have this activity stand out with a different color code. So again, you can manually go in here and of course change the color for a number of different colors that you can define in there for this particular activity, schedule that, gone in with a different color. Now you can get GoldMine to do this automatically. So if, for example, a meeting, you wanted to display appointments or meetings with a different color, or phone calls with a different color, or phone calls of a particular type in a different color. Remember, in GoldMine, when you schedule an activity, you've got the code here, a 3-letter code, a simple 3-letter code, which allows you to further categorize this type of activity. So I'm scheduling an appointment here, but what type of appointment is it? Well, I've got here holiday. That will automatically, I didn't need to change it. It's done automatically in yellow. I'll describe how we've done that very simply in a minute. So I could put that in as a holiday. There it is, automatically defined in yellow. I could define other types of activities. So if I wanted to, here's another way of scheduling activities. There's lots of ways of scheduling tasks and activities in GoldMine. So I could schedule a call here. That allows me to do this in a slightly different way. So schedule a call, pop in the reference there, but automatically, I don't know whether you can see that on your screen, but it's gone in a sort of mid-green color. So type in here the reference of this phone call, keep it nice and short. There it is there. We can also drag and drop that as well, easily move and relocate that activity around. So a couple of examples there of me scheduling an activity and GoldMine automatically allocating the color for this GoldMine system for that type of activity. How is that done? It's all controlled by a special file that's related to GoldMine called the lookup.ini. This is a Windows configuration file. It follows the same syntax as any other configuration file. And this simple file that you can create and edit via Notepad and other similar apps is a very simple text file in your GoldMine folder on your network. And this is controlling, and normally the administrator, your GoldMine administrator, would be tweaking this to do certain things. But this lookup.ini will automatically apply data changes to GoldMine. It can do some really clever things, and having knowledge of the lookup.ini allows you to take GoldMine to the next level. So let me just show you the lookup.ini in this system. I've just edited by a notepad here. Basically what you have in this very simple formatted file are a number of sections, one or many sections. These sections will have a description enclosed in square brackets. We're talking about calendar colors here, so if I scroll down a little bit here, I will eventually get to it. There we are. This one here, open square brackets, cal color code. Do you see? And in there, I've got a couple of configurations there. So A minus whole equals 5, C equals 10. What that basically means is there are different types of activities in GoldMine. They are given deep down in the GoldMine system, they're given a letter code. A is appointment or meeting. C is a phone call. The number relates to a color. HOL minus HOL hyphen HOL is the activity code of that appointment. How do you know what codes these are? Well, they're all defined by a table, basically. Let me just show you that table here. So here we are. Here's that color code again. Here might be some examples. So in this example, A is an appointment is color code 3. In my little chart down below, that's bright cyan. Cyan? Cyan. Not sure how you pronounce that. And so on. C equals 1. A phone call equals 1. Bright purple. Very, very simple. You can also augment that with the hyphen and the 3-letter code as well to further define a color for a type of phone call. But that's how it's done, very simply with that lookup.ini, a simple notepad file in your GoldMine system. You may have it right now. If Wizard Systems have set up your system, we would have normally have covered this, and certainly we cover it in advanced training to really get GoldMine to do things automatically for you. We may bring up other lookup.ini examples in future 101 training sessions to you. So there you are, calendar colors, options, lookup.ini touched on there as well, and that color chart. We'll pop that up on our GoldMine blog. Please go to our GoldMine blog. There's well over 500 hints and tips up there for getting more out of GoldMine CRM. We'll pop it up there as a blog for you to share. Right, as we normally do on our 101 sessions, if you've got any questions around this feature, I'll be happy to answer those for you. So just locate your question box on your meeting control panel, probably in the top right corner of your screen. Of course, this is for those listening live. If you're watching a recording, just pop us an email or pop something in the comments of this video. We will try and answer that for you. First question from Barry. When I complete activities, they disappear from the calendar. Why is that? Barry, this is a default. This is the way GoldMine works by default, but it's quite simple to change that. Just go into your options and activities, and you will see there a column of checkboxes. And you'll see one column, I think one column is called pending and the other column is called completed, and just a sequence of checkboxes over what activities, what types of activities do you want to see in your calendar. So for example, if you just wanted to see meetings and you don't want to see phone calls, you could check or uncheck those boxes. I suspect whatever the activity is there, on the right-hand side of this right-hand column I'm referring to, you've unchecked one of those or it's not checked. You haven't done anything wrong. You just need to go into your options and change that. That can be different for each user as well. Okay, thanks, Barry. Next question from Hannah. Can we share with Outlook 365? Best to do this with an add-on option that we supply with GoldMine called Riva. This will offer you an automated synchronization, sharing of calendar information between Outlook or Exchange and 365 and GoldMine and others. So you put the appointment in once into one of those applications, it will automatically appear in the other one. So you could put an appointment into Outlook, it will appear in GoldMine, and vice versa. You make a change, it will synchronize through to the other application. There is a synchronization feature built into GoldMine, but it does require you to be logged in and the user could tamper with the settings, whereas this other option I'm referring to is maintained centrally and is a far more efficient way of managing that and then preventing users tampering with their settings. Right, don't think there's any more questions coming through. Thank you, those two, for that. Latest news as of late September. Well, most of our training is online right now, but our training center, we have reopened it in the last couple of weeks. We have been training a couple of companies over the last 2 weeks with limited numbers and observing social distancing. It's all very COVID safe and secure. Please contact us if you want any information on GoldMine training offsite, or our trainers could come to you, or we could do online training at a date and time to suit you, particularly relevant if you're working at different locations. So we can provide training on any kind of GoldMine capability. Latest GoldMine release is 2020.1 with lots of email security improvements. We will be covering that in an up and coming, get my words out right, in an up and coming 101 session. So please stay tuned for that. We will announce it on our GoldMine blog and through our mailing list. Please make sure you're on our mailing list to get updates to these GoldMine briefings. And also there's a special offer on maintenance. It does expire today, so please contact us for details. This is the only way of getting updates, but if you have been expired more than 3 years, there are some special offers to be had, and you could save a bundle of money by contacting us today, and we can give you an update quotation as long as you're able to give us an approval today. So that's me done then. Color coding on your GoldMine calendar. If you've got any suggestions for future topics, please email me. My name again is Tim Wilmot. Company is Wizard Systems. Email address is tim@wizard-systems.com. There's our YouTube channel there, Wizard Systems. Other ways of connecting with us as well. But those of you listening live, thanks very much indeed for your time. And we'll catch up with you same time next week for another GoldMine topic. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.